It's our fantasy football mock draft 3.0 right here on What's Your Fantasy Football. We got the expert picks and strategy full PPR right after this.
Hey, look. Ruining dreams under pressure. Peachy be the one to bless ya, but don't test her. The queen reigns supreme, you know what I mean? Add the boy Breezy Prince like a king. When the two come together in any weather, they form a bond, stay tight in any measure. So it's my pleasure, the number one team. Let the world know what's your fantasy.
What's going on, fantasy footballers? It's your boy, the Wayne Breezie. And we are here getting ready to do our mock draft. Now, Peachy could not be here on this mock draft Monday, but I tell you what, she's definitely here in spirit. So let's go ahead and add. We got about a minute to go before we get into the room. All right, so we got like a minute to go before we get into the room. It's mock draft Monday, and I'm excited because we get the mock draft, and you know, full PPR. You guys know what that means. Points per reception. For those that don't know, now make sure you guys hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching the stream for fantasy football. We truly appreciate it. I have a bunch of other shows here on the channel as well, so make sure you put your alerts to all. Select that bell. Make sure it's set to all so you don't miss out on any of the shows that I have here on the Wayne Breezie NFL channel. All right, so like, comment, subscribe. Feel free, if you want to support this stream, you could join the channel and support the stream so that I continue to bring you high quality content out there. And we're about 14 seconds before we get to enter the room for the fantasy football draft. Now, I am picking 10th, and I'm a little pissed off about that. I'm be honest with you, like I'm picking 10th, but you know what? Picking 10th, 12 team league, and the reason why we do the 12-10 team league is because I have a fantasy football What's Your Fantasy Football draft with 12 teams. You know what I'm saying? And we're looking to put 12 teams. There's originally 10 teams right now, and I'm looking to get 2 more teams. So if you're interested, all you got to do is drop a comment on the show. Say, hey, I'm interested in the free What's Your Fantasy Football League, all right? And then I will make sure that you get the link to sign up. Now, we're going to be doing our draft using the Sleeper app, so you will have to download the Sleeper app. Now, this draft is about to start in about 48 seconds. I'm picking 10, so I have to develop some type of a strategy. I'm not going to get the top players at certain positions, but that's okay. I'm not going to get the top wide receiver. I'm not going to get the top tiered, running backs. But I do have a strategy. Let's just see how it is. I'm looking to hopefully get a mock draft grade A. Hopefully I could beat the algorithm. That's what we're doing. I'm not sure how many. You can see it says auto at the very top. That means when it says auto, that means those people are not actually drafting. So there are 2 auto picks as right now before the draft starts B for me, which kills the drafting process. All right, man, I'm excited. We got football back this upcoming week. Oh, man, let's get it. Jamar Chase Bijan. I just realized that his name is Bijan, not Bijan. It's Bijan Robinson. That's how you pronounce his name. So Bijan Robinson off the board. Jamar Chase off the board. Let's go to the players that are available. Justin Jefferson, I'm going to get my queue going, just in case. I like to put the queue together. All right, so Jamar Gibbs went 3rd. Okay, Christian McCaffrey went 4th. Now, in PPR, if you're going to draft a running back, you're hoping you're drafting a running back that gets a lot of high targets, right? And so far, those guys are coming off the board. Justin Jefferson is still in the queue, and I'm curious because I'm wondering if they're worried about him and his injury, Justin Jefferson with a little hamstring injury. That's why you see the questionable, the Q next to his name. So he is listed as questionable. He does have a hamstring injury, but we'll see what happens now. Am I on the clock? Oh, I am on the clock. You mean to so Justin Jefferson, I don't care if this dude has a hamstring, a hamburger with cheese, a ham and salami sandwich. He made it to 10th. Oh, this is simple, man. Justin Jefferson, we're going to grab him up. Don't ask me how. I'm not going to ask no questions. I'm just going to take my guy. So I got Justin Jefferson with the 10th pick in this mock draft. All right. Whatever. All right. Now I'm coming back around. I may double up at the wide receiver position, or I may go for one of those top tier pass catching running backs. You see Jonathan Taylor's there. Josh Jacobs is there. Bucky Irvin is there. Kyron Williams is there. I'm not going to reach for Kyron Williams, but I mean, I do want Nico Collins. I'm not going to lie. A.J. Brown will be a stud here as well. Not a lot of targets for A.J. Brown, but he does get you the yards and get you the touchdowns. Now, this is where it gets interesting because I do want to go and get that running back that I feel like is going to get targets. I love Jonathan Taylor. Not like he had a phenomenal year last year. It's between him and Josh Jacobs. I feel like, or do I double up at the receiver position and just play the game? I'm going to get one of these running backs that I know is going to catch. I'm going to go Jonathan Taylor here. I know the yards are going to be there. So I'll get Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson. I think these are two studs. And now we got to play the long wait game, right? Cue the music. We got a long wait game that we are going to be playing until we get back around to our pick. So coming back around to our pick, I think I'm going to change the game up in that round three. Round three, I'm going to change the game just a little bit, see who's available for sure. Most people don't pay attention to the bye. I want you to pay attention to the bye week. That is important. Pay attention to the bye week. I don't want to overload with a lot of players with the same bye week because when it comes to that week, you got to sub them out. That can get rough, all right? So, again, I'm going to start loading up my queue just to see if any of these players will be available by the time I try to put the top 10, top 15 in my queue. Terry McLaurin reported to camp, and he is now on the PUP. So I just want to put that out there. I know you see the O next to his name, but he did report to camp. Let's see. See these bots before me. It's what kind of throws everything off, right? The bots, they throw everything off. So I got like the top, I feel like I got like 20 players in my queue. And we're going to just let people take the players that they want off my queue and draft them. So right now we're at Lad McConkey. He is on Nicholas's team. And you get the back-to-back picks, and then we're going to go back to the TOP. See, that pick 32 and 33 is what's going to screw me up. Now, Joe Mixon, you see the O next to his name. They're hoping to have him back by week 1, but he's going to miss predominantly the most of training camp and the preseason with the injury that he's dealing with. So beware of Joe Mixon. I will say that. Beware of Joe Mixon. All right, Marvin Harrison. So it looks like I might be able to snag like a T. Higgins. Devontae Adams. Lamar, Jayden, Jalen, Chase Brown. I think I'm about to get on this Chase Brown train. He may be my next running back. I hate taking 2 running backs from the AFC, but he may be my next running back if he is available. We'll see how the auto draft goes. 30 and 31. T. Higgins went. All right, I could live with that. Lamar Jackson, second quarterback off the board. Chase Brown was going. You see what I'm saying? So you guys, yeah, you guys see how the auto bots they did me dirty. All right, I said I'm gonna change the game. I'm gonna switch this up, man. I'm gonna get my quarterback. So I'm gonna go ahead and get Jayden Daniels, top 3 quarterback, I think, fantasy football quarterback. So I got a top 3 guy. Top 1, top 2 are gone, but I feel like I got a tier, maybe tier 2 guy. And then I'm going to come back around, and then that's where I'm going to try to double up. So I'm either going to double up at the best running back, double up at the best wide receiver, or I may get that tight end that may be available, which I'm not going to be able to get now because people had George Kittle on their mind. So, yeah. Now, I would not mind double dipping. Not sure how I feel about McLaurin not being at camp, not being able to practice with the ankle injury. Is that going to be a slow process for the Commanders offense? I don't know, but I see people are staying away from McLaurin, and I get it. I see Chuba Hubbard went. Okay, I see what's going on. I really feel like Garrett Wilson's gonna have a year. I normally don't do what I'm about to do, and get two running backs with the same, week, but I need the targets. So I'm going Alvin Kamara right here. And I know they got the same bye week, but I'll figure that out on my bench. So I really got to pay attention to the running backs that I draft a little bit later on in the draft. Now, I don't pick for a long time. I feel like the wide receiving group is pretty deep. I've got my number one wide out, and Justin Jefferson. I can play the game of the wide receivers. I'm going to look for a slot guy that's going to get targets and touches. So I'm going to look for some guys like the DK Metcalfs, the Xavier Worthies, the DJ Moores, Rashee Rice. I don't know if he's going to be suspended, so pay attention to that. Zay Flowers, Cortland Sutton. All right, Sam Laporta. This might be a time I go tight end. Devontae Smith is always comes through. You know what I'm saying? In the clutch, Jalen Waddle. If he can stay healthy, you know what I'm saying? That'll be a clutch player as well. All right, so Joe Mixon was drafted probably by a bot. Sam Laporta is gone. So when you get to these tight ends, man, they're going to get scarce. So just going to put some guys in my queue that I feel like would be tight ends on my roster, and we'll see what happens and where I'm drafting at that moment. Some people are going to reach for players because they want to fill certain positions on their team, so you just going to have to live with it. I won't go Hawk, so I'm going to take him out of my queue because I already got Justin Jefferson. So I'm looking to get any one of these guys. Njoku, Andrews, Ingram. Ingram's a week 12 guy. Yeah, they taking all my players. Come on, bots. Bot me up. Come on, bots. Oh, no, we're on Jake's scary team. Then the two bots. So Jake's holding it up. Pickens might be a nice number 2. He's with the Cowboys now. Okay, so we had a little game being played. So I do want to get that target, maybe Bo Nix's target in Cortland Sutton. I do like George Pickens too, but I feel like Cortland Sutton is another number 1 receiver, so I'm gonna go Sutton here. Yes, that's 2 players with buys in week 12, 2 players with buys in week 11, but I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. And I think I'm going to go and try. This might be a reach right now for Kelsey, Andrews, and Njoku, but I do want to fill that spot. I got my running backs. I got my quarterbacks. Let me see what top guy is available for flex, running back or wide receiver, preferably a wide receiver, because all the pass catching running backs at this point are pretty much gone. So if I get a Calvin Ridley, now Calvin Ridley's quarterback's the rookie Cam Ward, or Jerry Jeudy, a guy that we know is going to be able to, hopefully, depending on who's throwing him the ball, be able to catch you some passes. Roman Dunze might have a good year too. I typically stay away from rookies early. That does not mean I'm not going to draft them. I just typically stay away from those guys. All right, we got two players picking before I pick, so just sit back, waiting to see how it goes, baby. All right, I'm on the clock. So Jalen Waddle is available. If I had to pick between Waddle and Ridley or Judy, that's where I'm stuck. I think I'm going to go Calvin Ridley here. I definitely need to mix up some of those players. Like, I need to mix them up as far as their bye weeks. And look at, man, I'm doing pretty good. I got a bunch of players with some late buys minus Justin Jefferson. So right now, my team consists of a quarterback, 2 running backs, and 3 wideouts. So far, that's what I got on my team. Jayden Daniels, Jonathan Taylor, Alvin Kamara, Justin Jefferson, Cortland Sutton, and then Calvin Ridley. So I got some old faithfuls. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, all right, to the channel if this is your first time watching. And then if you want to support, you can support right here on YouTube by just clicking on the join button, becoming a member of the Breezie Bunch crew. It comes with perks, and you're going to love the perks. Some of those perks are like lifetime show shout-outs to members and things like that. So you get members-only shows. So go ahead and take advantage of the perks. Plus, the proceeds go to supporting the channel. Now, any of my tight ends still available? Travis Kelce got taken. I'm really hoping I could get Mark Andrews on this next go round. But I think there's 3 auto picks. It's amazing how the bot game works. It's really amazing how the bot game works. It truly is. It truly is. I don't have my tight end yet. I'm going to take a quick peek at the tight ends. You got some rookies. Kincaid. Jake Ferguson got a new deal. Let me get out of this real quick. And let me go ahead and grab Stephon Diggs. I think Diggs is going to be ready to go. I'm going to put him on the bench. Yes, I know I got to get some running backs. I think I'm going to go with some young guys a little bit later on in the draft. I got my 2 veterans, and then I'm going to go and get and hold it down with some young dudes. And yeah, I know I still need a tight end. I have a couple of options at what I want to do with the tight end position. Jerry Jeudy is still available. Oh my gosh. This is where I'm going to start to back up the running backs. I just got word that I think Javonte Williams will be the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm going to go ahead draft Javonte Williams. I think he's going to have a much better career in Dallas than he did in Denver. That's just my personal opinion. We'll see what happens. All right. All the players that I had in my queue are gone. Love it. All right. I'm going to start upping my queue again just to play around. Put some of these players in there. J.K. Dobbins from Denver. Talked about him. And for me, there's definitely players I'm staying away from. I'm not even going to mess around with that. Like, I'm staying away from some guys. It's like I could get one of these tight ends, but they didn't do anything. I need a guy, you know what I'm going to do? Nope, I can't do that. I already got Jonathan Taylor. Damn. So I think here's a guy that I think is going to be this is one of my sleepers. Tucker Kraft. This might be a reach for Tucker Kraft, but I want to get him on my team. And I think everybody has their tight ends. Oh, they picking now. These bots are picking now. Ooh, I do like Khalil Shakur. I think he's a steal right here. All right, so I'm going to take Shakur here, and I'm going to try to get on the next go-around. I'm going to try to get Tucker Kraft. There's going to be a couple of tight ends I'm going to play the game with. Tucker Kraft is definitely one of them, but if I get him, I can't go after Jonnu Smith. Same bye week. All right, let's go Tucker Kraft here. We are in round 10. About to be in round 11. Ooh. I told you I don't mind going rookie here. So some of these young players are going to be on my roster for shizzo. I definitely need some more running backs. And it looks like I got to go after some of these young guys. I could use another quarterback for sure. I feel like Zach Charbonnet is like a safe person to get because Kenneth Walker is never finishes a season healthy. So, who's my quarterbacks? Jayden Daniels. Let's see. I can feel like it's gonna be a QB available. Gonna wait on Ayuk. You know what? I'm gonna reach and get the quarterback May. That's gonna be my backup. Daniels and May. Two young dudes. And to close out round 12, I'm going to be back on the clock. And I am going to got my backup QB. See a tight end in there that I'm going to end up wanting to get. I could wait on that. Let's get the backup running backs. So far, I only have one. I need two. So I'm going to take Garindo. Now, for those that are watching, here's my sleeper guy right here. Yeah, boy. Don't sleep on these running back twos. I think Ray Davis is going to be a problem. As you can see, I'm going to have a couple of Buffalo Bills on my roster if I can land Ray Davis in this next round. So I'm hoping that he's available for me. And then I'm going to round 14. I'm going to try to focus on the defense. So I pick at the very end, so I want to make sure I get the skill player. There's going to be a run on defenses. So we're about to see a run on the defenses. I think that's the first kicker off the board is Chris Boswell. So defenses and kickers, you're going to start to see a run. I'm just putting my top teams, out here. People are sleeping on that Bills defense. They got one of the easiest strengths of schedules, and the 49ers. So I'm just gonna put my top defenses out here. All right, so you can see two kickers going now. Tyler Loop from the Baltimore Ravens has been drafted. Let's see where they go next. All right, who's taking my guy? So Texans is gone. Here's the run. Texans, Broncos, Vikings off the clock. So I'm going to probably get my defense that I want. I'm a Ravens guy. I love their defense. So I'm going to go ahead, get the Ravens defense right here. And then done with defense. I'm going to draft my kicker last. I'm going to finish getting these two skill players that I want. So Ray Davis would be next for me when it's my pick. So we go Ray Davis here. So I got my running backs. I can't, got my running backs. And now I'm going to get my last backup position, which is going to be the tight end. You can see who's in my queue I'm not going to get too defensive, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the 49ers defense. I know he's a rookie. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Elijah Aurora from Cincinnati. I saw him up close and personal at the Reese Senior Bowl, and he is a playmaking tight end. This is a weapon that they're going to have in their arsenal for Sam Darnold. So I like this kid, and I think he might be, if he can remain healthy, he might be the kid that's going to give those tight ends in the NFC West a run for their money. So George Kittle, Elijah Aurora, maybe just the second best tight end this upcoming season. So I got 2 more picks left. Again, smash that like button, everybody. All right, please smash that like button. And do me a favor, what really helps this channel is when you click on subscribe. So if this is your first time watching, please subscribe. If this is not your first time watching, share this with someone that's interested in fantasy football and have them, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to the channel. It will help out tremendously. So I'm going to go ahead and get the tight end, Elijah Aurora, the backup. Again, like I said, healthy, he is going to be a problem. We're going to focus on the last position that we need to select for our team, and that is the kicker. Again, I'm looking for kickers kind of like strength of schedule. I like McPherson. They should have. I don't know. I'm thinking of teams that's gonna have the most opportunities, but I'm gonna go McPherson here. And there's my team. Just to do a quick recap: Jayden Daniels, Jonathan Taylor, Alvin Kamara, Justin Jefferson was our first pick. Cortland Sutton, Tucker Kraft, Calvin Ridley, the Ravens D. Evan McPherson is my kicker. And then we're backing him up with Diggs, Javonte Williams, Khalil Shakur, Drake May, Isaac Guerrero, Ray Davis, and Elijah Aurora. Those are the backups. All right, those are the backups. And so I'm going to stick around after this person picks their last pick. And I'm going to see what the grade is. And hopefully it's a B or above. Hopefully the grade is a B or above. I'm really hoping that's a B or above. Drafting 10th is not freaking easy. I will say that. Drafting 10th is not easy. It is not easy. All right. But here we go, man. We have the 10th pick in this draft. And again, this is who we drafted in order: Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, Jayden Daniels, Alvin Kamara, Cortland Sutton, Calvin Ridley, Stephon Diggs, Javonte Williams, Khalil Shakur, Tucker Kraft, Drake May, Isaac Guerrero, the Ravens defense, Ray Davis, Elijah Aurora, and Evan McPherson. All right, Evan McPherson. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate the support and the love you have right here on the Wayne Breezie channel. On behalf of Crystal Peachy B, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button. And do me a favor, share this with a friend. Before I dip up out of here, let's just do a quick check just to see how ESPN said I did. Haha. Man, I am a monster. Bam. Can you see that? Is that clear? Let's back up a little bit. My draft report card, bang, 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 is an A. Round of applause for your boy Breezie. What a fun draft, right? I'm just looking for my mixer. That was fun. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Love you guys. See you on the next one. And don't forget to check out some of the other fantasy football shows if you're looking for players who you need to eye in on this year in your fantasy drafts. Peace out. What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.